Hello, everyone. This is Eric from Etiquette. Sorry, I'm a second or two late, and I'm just getting everything set up. I can see that there's a light up here. I think it's because I'm shooting at night. Let me do a proper hello. Hello, everyone. I'm Eric from Etiquette, and this is a weekly live stream where we talk about teaching. So, if you're there, or if you're new here, just put your name in the comments where you're from. If you've got any questions about teaching, please feel free to ask. Yeah. I usually get ready a couple of minutes before, but this was cutting it late. Just wanted to make myself pretty. That didn't help. But yeah, how are you guys doing? I see that recently it takes a couple of minutes for everyone to join. I think it's because a couple of years ago, I used to stream every week, and I recently started streaming again, probably 3 weeks ago. This is my third live stream. So, yeah, if you've got any questions, I'm getting back into it. So, I'm still going to make some mistakes. I'm going to have to work on that. But as life is, it's all just a process, right? Let's see. We've got Minchu here. Hi from Cambodia. How are you doing, Minchu? I would love to visit Cambodia sometime. Manuel, good to see you from Tenerife, that beautiful island. So lovely to have you here, Manuel. How are you guys doing? What have you been up to this week? What have I been up to? Well, I think I told you guys last week I have been busy filming a course on how to teach English online, and I've been making some other videos too. By the way, is my sound okay? I know that the new video isn't, well, at night. I can't really shoot at night because it's got this glare up here. I don't know where it comes from, but we'll fix it in the future somehow. Costa, good to see you. How have you been? Yeah, guys, if you've got any questions that you would like to ask me, if there are any topics you would like me to talk about, I'd love to do that. So, what am I doing with this course? Well, I basically go through some ways that if you want to be an online English teacher, how you can go online. So I share all the websites you can use or platforms you can use, how you can get students. And then I look at how to build a curriculum, how to lesson plan. And the most recent videos I shot were all about how to teach the different skills. So writing, speaking, listening, pronunciation, grammar, how to teach all of those with activities. What I still need to film is I want to go into some useful websites and apps that people can use. What else? Some benefits. There are a few things that I'm still going to make the videos about, but it's slowly but surely getting together. I just need to work a little bit harder, or you know, um, work faster, I guess. Jian, what are your thoughts on Jigsaw strategy for both advanced and struggling learners? Well, the Jigsaw strategy, obviously, that's when the students put the different parts together. You teach the lesson and you assemble it, if I remember correctly. Now, I've seen the strategy being used with advanced learners a lot. Let me think about it. I'm sure it should be useful for beginner students. Let's see if we can think about that for a second. I'll also look up some things online. We don't know everything that we know. Let's look at specifically for English education, right? Let's see. Yeah, so it's a cooperative learning strategy. The students do different segments, or how I like to do it is sometimes I do it with reviews, where I give the students each. Let's say we review at the end of a semester, we review what we've learned. I would give each student a topic that they have to research and prepare, and then teach to the group. And so each student can do that. And then first, let's say I only do four. I want to review 4 units. I break the students into, let's say I've got 12 students in class. 3 students study unit 1 together. they look at the vocabulary, the grammar, useful expressions, and then they practice together. What are some important things to teach and how to teach it? Then I break the groups up, and then I would put like one. So I would make three new groups with 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, where they actually go and teach. So yeah, there are different ways that they can do it in. Um, you know, it's important when you do the jigsaw strategy that there is also, so you've got to prepare the students well. That's very important for, especially for students that it's new to. And then also reflection, when the students can share what they've learned. Well, we do it in most of the things we teach. I'm trying to think of how to do it with younger students. Let's think of some examples for younger or beginner students. Let's look at some examples. Okay. Yeah, it's the same you can do with vocabulary too. Then, so let's say you've got a class of 10 students and you've got 100. Okay, that's a lot, but let's say 50 vocabulary words, and then you give each one something. Basically, it's a way for the students to become the teachers and to learn through explaining to other ones. I think that's about it. I'll think a little bit more about it in the future. But yeah, it's definitely a useful strategy. I'd like to share some more ideas on how to do it. So I'll do some research and then look at it. Nada, hi, how to motivate myself to teach. I think, wow, that's a really good one. Actually, I've heard this one before. I forgot to make a video about it. Let me add it to the list. I wrote a list down here somewhere because I've made a video. Okay. Motivating teachers. Well, I think, when it comes to teaching, okay, let's say you look at the topics that you have to teach, right? So if you have to motivate yourself to teach, it could be personal motivation. Maybe you dislike teaching, or you don't enjoy teaching. That's a big problem. That's one way that you're going to have to motivate yourself to teach, is to find reasons for you to go and teach. Maybe it's for the students, maybe it's for yourself, it's your living. When you can, what I would actually do is I would also look at, when I'm teaching a topic, what do I find interesting about that topic, and what would I like to share with the students? If we can find some internal motivation for teaching whatever we have to teach to the students, it helps. If you have trouble at school with the students, then you're going to have to find a motivation there. Maybe think of some students, some of those students that are close to your heart, that you want to make a difference and impact them. And if you weren't there, what would happen to them? So I'll think about it a little bit more, but it's definitely a video I have to make, because I've made videos about how to motivate students, but I'll have to think about teachers. By the way, guys, I just started the live stream. I'm still struggling today for clarity and to think of things. So I'm sorry if I'm a bit slow. I'll get into it soon enough. Minchu, thank you for your Loving My Country. Can you provide some guidance for English learner teacher? Yeah, what kind of problems do you have? Okay, take care of your mind and feelings, Nada. Very good. Nada, after number one, you are the best. Yeah, look after number one. So you're the most important person. I think another thing is if it's burnout. I recently made a video about teacher burnout. And like Manuel says, you have to take care of yourself. If you're pushing yourself too hard, if you don't find time to rest well, to eat well, to get some exercise, to spend time with friends and family, to re-energize yourself, it's going to be very difficult to motivate yourself. And by the way, guys, I need to maybe I'm still getting used to where everything is. Thank you so much for sharing. Banafshe, hi, how are you? Thank you for your message during the week. I really appreciate it. Sarwad, hi. Iriyagu, hi. Muhammad. Yasmina, I'm having a speaking club, how to prepare for the first session, and it includes intermediate and advanced learners. Let me think. Okay, a speaking club. So you're going to do the speaking club with intermediate and advanced learners. Well, first, I think with the in that first class, I don't know if you already have a curriculum, what topics you're going to be covering, what the structure of your speaking club is going to be like. But I think you should look at what is that club Toastmasters. So you get these Toastmasters speaking clubs where they go and they practice speaking and everybody gets a chance, and it's a really valuable way for advanced learners to improve their speaking. I would say go and look up something like that. So let me look up Toastmasters. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so you're going to have to get a structure, supportive. Yeah, so you're going to, I think in that first class, you're going to, first, it's going to be the first one where the students basically introduce themselves. So you're going to want to have some icebreakers. I think you're also going to have to think of what interesting topics to bring up and how to pick the topics. If you can get the students to take not control, but if they can take, if they work on picking the topics and if they can work at presenting speeches and preparing for that, I think take as much time, work and pressure that you can take off of yourself, so that you're just the mediator. So you're going to have to think of ways for them to. I think at the start, pick some topics, and also, I think what's very important, especially in the first class, is don't take up all the time you speaking. And I think that's very easy for teachers when we first start teaching. Is we are very afraid of silence, so we take up that space by speaking all the time. So I would say rather find interesting ways for the students to mingle and talk. So perhaps you can pick a topic and you say, okay, everyone, I want you to write down 5 questions about this topic, and then ask 5 different people these questions. But you also have to ask follow-up questions, so that way let the students interact with each other. And then you're also going to want to prepare planned speeches based on topics. Maybe make it shorter. Another fun activity that I like is, so you got a list of topics, and then you tell everyone finds a partner, and they have to talk for 30 seconds about a topic. And then you pick another topic, and then they've got to talk for 40 seconds and 50 seconds. And that way you keep on building it. Or you can have students pick a partner, and you pick a topic, and they talk about it for a minute. And then they have to switch with another person, and you pick a new topic. That way the students actually get used to talking a lot. Yeah, but most important, take the pressure off of you. Find a way for the students to actually pick the topics, and you are more of a facilitator for that lesson. Yes, thank you for the question, Mina. Guys, in the past, I used to live stream, and I felt like I was much sharper. But because I'm out of practice and I'm a little bit tired today, I'm I'm not as cognizant. I can't really think really well on my feet right now, so I apologize. I'll try and improve in the future. Hi, Mahmood. Good to see you. Happy to see you today. Coco, hi from Myanmar. Zara, hello. Next week, I'm going to apply. I'm a 4-stage student, and I'm giving a month to be a teacher in a school. So, what's your advice? Oh, I can read over here. Grade 4 student. Okay, so you're a grade 4 student. You have to be at you have to teach for a month at the school. What is my advice? Have fun. Number 1, get to know the students. I think try different activities, and learn from the teachers. If if you have to be an independent teacher, if you have other teachers with you, try and learn from them. But I would say go into those lessons with a clear structure on what you want to do. You want to have, if you plan well, so you plan a fun warm-up activity, and you've got some content that you want to teach them, make sure that you plan exactly what activities they're going to do. If you have worksheets available, plan how you're going to do the worksheets. Also, I think one thing that many new teachers forget is to take feedback from the students. After every activity, ask some students to do it out loud, or take feedback from your students. So often we finish an activity and we want to move on. Make sure that I like to go through, and each student should actually practice or read a sentence, or do one of the questions, or in a worksheet. Or if you're doing some speaking activities, you won't have enough time for all of the students to speak. So if the classes are too big, so pick up random pairs to do the conversations, or whatever activity you've planned. So number one, plan well, have fun. Don't be too stressed about it. Remember, you are new, you are learning. It's okay not to be perfect. So often, when we first start teaching, we really think about how people see us. I'm a teacher now, I should be perfect. You're not going to be perfect, and be okay with that. But if you structure your lessons well, and you plan well, and you give the students a chance to show off their skills, and to make it relevant to them, then you're going to do a good job. A good question. Thank you, Zara. I'm having a speaking. I think I saw that one. You're doing great. Thank you. I don't know. I'm a bit misty today. Marilyn, good afternoon from South Africa. Good to see you again, Marilyn. How are you doing? I was actually having a barbecue, a braai yesterday, and I had my two French friends there, and another Indian girl. Originally, she's from Durban, but she moved to Benoni, so it was kind of nice meeting another South African. Grade 10 and 11 high school. Yeah. So Zara, those students are going to be filled with energy. They're high school students. So make sure that you pick relevant topics, and you make it fun for them. It's going to be lively, and go in with a smile. The last thing you want to do is start your teaching career by being too strict. It's only for a month for now, so have your rules. Make sure, especially on the first day, explain your rules, explain what you need from them, and then so that they know what to expect. So have some clear rules. Only one person speaks at a time. We don't move around without asking for permission, and make sure that if I raise my hands, I want everyone to quiet down. So have certain rules like that. Explain it to the students with a smile, and then remember to engage them. Let them discuss things, and use that. Moai, hello. Good afternoon from Sudan. World of Cali. I've been a teacher for 7 years, but recently I've started working in a high school, senior level. The class sizes are 45 to 50 students, and I feel overwhelmed. Well, actually, I did a video on big classes quite a while ago, because it's a big issue. And now with bigger classes, you definitely want to have you want to have a structure to your classes. The students should know exactly what is expected of them. Let me quickly find the video on big classes. I think I give lots of tips on how to deal with. No, I've got another one with big classes. Or maybe I said large classes. Let's try large. There we go. Teaching large classes. Yeah. Let me open this one up. I think it's a good video. I'll share it here in the comments, the video about big classes. I can't remember all the tips I gave. Guys, my plan for this channel is to cover every single question not every single question, but all the major questions that teachers might have. And I want to cover all of them. So every time I miss something, like how teachers can motivate themselves to go and teach, I know I've still got to make those videos. And then obviously I've started making these courses. The thing I really want to do, though, the thing that's most important to me is I want to make lesson plans, 100 lesson plans based on grammar, so that I've made 4 videos like that already, and I've already made the next 4 worksheets, and I'll make those videos soon. But I want to make 100 lesson plans with worksheets, and then explain how to teach it, some strategies, some activities, some common errors that you might see. So I still want to make those videos, but I need to cover everything first before I can get to that. And my hair is very strange. There we go. Kotsu, hi sir. Any advice for student teachers? Yeah, that's another one. I think just like I said before, try to learn from the other teachers, have fun. Don't take yourself too seriously, and see this as a valuable opportunity for you to interact with the students, to see what it's like to be in a position of authority with the students, but also learn how to be sociable and talk to them, and then find some activities that you would like to use in your classes. So this is a great chance for you to prepare for your future career. I think often when you become a student teacher, you just sit in a teacher's class and you observe, and then you get a few lessons that you have to do. But yeah, don't be afraid of interacting with the students and with other teachers, and become familiar with what a school environment is like. Emma, teachers can find it difficult to reduce teacher talking time. Very true, Emma. Hi. Thank you, sir. From Algeria, Speaking Club will be amazing, creative with you. Yeah, I'll think about it some more, because I really like the idea of speaking clubs or Toastmaster clubs, because they have fantastic ways for students to get better. Yeah, and let's say you want to talk about, I think a very fun topic is always talking about good body language for public speaking. And what I do with my students is, first I put them into small groups and they have to discuss it together. And each group has to give me 6 tips when it comes to body language, because it's not just, these are advanced students. They know that they can memorize a speech and then deliver it. But I think you want to push it a little bit further and look at some things that are interesting. Like I said, body language. Put the students into groups. They have to come back with 6 tips on how to improve body language. It could be eye contact, how to stand with your body, gesturing, common issues like fidgeting, or just looking at the same person, ums and ahs, all these things that you can improve, especially when it comes to, I think the main thing why students take these speaking classes is to improve their confidence. But you can take it a step further by doing fun things like, let's say they've got to do a speech and about a random topic. So everybody picks a topic. They've got they've got 2 minutes to jot down some ideas and then do it. Another important thing is to show them a good structure to a speech. One of the biggest problems that I found with my Korean students when they give their presentations or their speeches is they don't start with they should start with a hook, and then they should tell you what they're going to be talking about, and then they go through the body, and then they should have a quick summary. Today I talked about, and then thank the audience, because a lot of people, they just stop at the end. So make sure that they know the structure: introduction, hook, introduction, body, and then summary of what you said. In the conclusion, it's a summary of what you said. And then a call to action. There should be a reason to each speech. It should tell the audience to think something or do something in the future, and then remember to say thank you with a smile. Just some notes. Yeah, so do a bit more to make it fun. My dad's here. Hi, Dad. Scumbag of New York. Oh, I love it. And this is from Invincible. Really fun show. I really enjoyed the first season. Waiting for this. No, they're at the 3rd season now. 2nd season. Hello from New York, obviously. My public school students in China have trouble understanding when I try to assign them group work. Have you ever had this problem? What would you do? Let me take a sip first. I've got some aspirin in here. That's why it's a different color. Great. Okay. Yeah. So with some students, obviously, sometimes I just like to put students into a group, tell them what I want, and then I would go around and I would give them some tips. But sometimes with some students, you're going to have to give them more guidance. So um, you're going to want to write down and explain step by step what you expect from it. Write it on the board so that they know exactly what to do. Maybe give them a checklist of what they should do. And you can also you can give each student within a group a role. So one student should summarize, one student should be the notary, one student should lead discussion and ask questions, or whatever group activity you're doing. You can also give them timelines. Okay, guys, you've got 2 minutes. I want you to do this. Then you're going to get 3 more minutes, and then this. I will walk around and I will check up on you. So I think clarity is important, and also explain exactly what you want from your students when it comes to that. Yeah. And then you're also going to get the thing of like, if they're working in groups in class, it's okay. But often you're going to get these lazy students that don't want to do the work. And then the other students say, oh, this student isn't participating. It's not fun. They're not doing it. So what I tell my students is, first, if there is a problem, if somebody in your group doesn't work, please call me over, and that student will come and work with me for the rest of the class, or they can join my group. So you do want to warn them like that. And then also, if possible, you should try and give each student should have a role and should have work to do. So, for example, some of my students, they have to do a pair conversation for grades. And so I could say they have to do a pair conversation, let's say, for 4 minutes. And in the past, I would put them in with a random partner, and they would have to write down a dialogue, and they would practice together, and then they would do their pair conversation. But then oftentimes only one student has to, so they take ideas from each other, but one student ultimately writes everything, and the other one just gets the same grade, or they pass because, or they barely do anything. So what I do now is, okay, so they've got to do a pair conversation for 4 minutes. Now I give them a list of scenarios that they can have. One student should write a dialogue for 2 minutes. The other one should write a dialogue for 2 minutes. We put them together and it's 4 minutes. That way they have to actually do the work and they feel like it's fair. So I think one of the biggest things for us as teachers is to make sure that everybody's treated fairly. And that means that everybody in a group project also has to do around about the same amount of work. And we want to structure our lessons like that. Okay. Banafshe, how many years have I been teaching? How many years have I been teaching? Is it 16, 17 now? Around there, 16, 17, I guess. Have I improved over all this time? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, definitely a little bit of improvement over time. Not that much. I expect more, but yeah, no, I don't think it's too bad. Kiki, hello, Eric. This is Kiki here in China. I'm enjoying your live stream. Thank you so much for joining, Kiki. It's lovely to have you. I've got some friends in China. I never thought about visiting China, but recently, it's come up a bit more, and we'll see if I can do it sometime. It's all right. Thank you very much, guys. I'm sorry. I'm like, if I have to rate the advice I give, I'm very slow tonight, and I don't know if I'm speaking as clearly as I should, but I'll try and do better in the future. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Marcella, watching you from Mozambique, Africa. Yeah, I was actually talking about Mozambique today or yesterday. I was telling some people that, at the barbecue we had yesterday, I was saying, oh, have you ever visited Mozambique? Because it's definitely one of the places I'd like to go. Eastern Africa, beautiful beaches, and I'd love to visit there one day. Abu, good afternoon from Saudi Arabia. Hi. Aida, hello. Julia, good evening, teachers from Malaysia. Manuel, there's a deep crack among teaching languages online and attending school live. You are focused on the lesson. School, you sometimes get lost in the track of classwork. It's true. So one of the biggest things, obviously, is keeping students engaged in class. You get a better feel. You can walk around and you can do things like that. Um, I've got a different philosophy about teaching online, though. I think with online, the students can be a bit more passive. So and and it's not always a bad thing to be passive when they are taking in information and they're learning. But when they have to be busy actually talking or writing or like practicing some skills, then they've got to be active. But if you're actually doing the teaching part, it's okay. So what I used to do when I taught online, now not everybody has this option, but I used to ask the students to turn off their cameras, and then they can solely focus on me. And but you should constantly be engaging your students more than in class. Well, a little bit more than in class. So I would constantly ask my students questions, even though their cameras were off. They would have to answer, and they would know I could pick anyone to tell me something, so they had to focus. And it's the same in class too. But yeah, online, I've actually got a list of strategies when I'm going to. I'm just making these videos about how to teach online, and yeah, I think I've got some good ideas in there that I'll share, especially when it comes to engaging the students. Saima, hi, how are you? Oh, I loved your photos on Instagram. I think you posted them during the week. Look so lovely, and you're never late. I'm a bit slow today. It's one of those Sundays for me, where I've just been resting and trying to recover from the party last night. I'm too old for this. I shouldn't do it anymore. But lovely to see you, Saima, as always. Teaching children could off the beaten track. Pedo. Sorry, I'm struggling at the moment. Pedagogy methods would need to come up with new ideas now and then. Very true, Manuel. I feel like, now that teachers are online more and we can share ideas and resources, I would like to see more leaps happening in education. And I guess there are. It's just we're looking for leaders to share more ideas. I don't see myself as a leader. I just see myself with more time on his hands. I don't have a family. I'm living alone. So I can try and make these videos with fun things that I read online. So I would expect more techniques to come out, and hopefully soon, as we're getting more connected, we can share more of these ideas. I would really appreciate that. Chedi from Tunisia, hi. Thank you. I try. It's all a work in progress. Ahmed, hi from Egypt. I'm so happy. China's teaching into a lingering state of flux, demanding teachers couldn't be matched. Oh, really? Yeah. I haven't learned that much about. I thought it's just the only knowledge I have of teaching in China is with some of the ESL teachers, especially some of my friends from South Africa that went to teach there. And I thought it's very similar to most places, just teaching English as a second language. But I don't know much about their school structure compared to Korea or South Africa, for example. What's the topic? The topic is we're talking about you. You were discussing teacher burnout. Please share some information about it. How do you deal with it? For me, I go shopping, eating out, spending a night out with other teachers. Perfect. Actually, I did make a video about teacher burnout. I think the main thing is we have to take care of ourselves. We should I think you should be able to separate your life into, you should have a work-life balance of like focusing on work, but also improving your own life, spending time with friends or other teachers, going out shopping, taking walks, taking care of our physical health. Not that I'm the best representative of it, the way I'm feeling right now after last night. But yeah, we should take care of our physical health, our mental health, and do things that make us happy. Why would we teach if we didn't get something from it? Yes, teaching itself is rewarding too, but we should also have other ways of improving our lives because of it. Where is that? How to deal with teacher burnout? Did I make a video? Ah, I did a video about, guys, by the way, I made a very interesting video. It's the first video of its type, and it's about teachers quitting. So it's not necessarily just teacher burnout, although I should make a video about that. I thought I did. I didn't. I need to. But this is a video about why teachers are quitting. And a new popular thing that's happening on YouTube is they make compilations from people talking. For example, if you've got on TikTok, people would make videos, or they would collect these videos and make compilations, and then they would talk about it and discuss it. So what I've done is I went on to TikTok and I found many videos of teachers quitting. And I made a compilation, and in between, I gave some reflections on why teachers are quitting, and also maybe some tips for us how we can help teachers to stay in the profession. So I'm going to release that Tuesday. I'll share it with you now if you want to watch it. I think it's kind of fun. It's 25 minutes, but so it's, videos of teachers quitting, and then me giving some remarks about why teachers are quitting. And I'm curious what you're going to think of it. I think it has the potential to do quite well, and if it does well, I'll try and make more videos like that in the future. Okay, so this video hasn't been released yet, but I'm going to put it out for you just because I like you guys. Let's get some more to drink. Yeah, time flies so quickly. Next week, guys, next week I'm going to sleep well, I'm going to rest, and when you see me next week, I'm going to be fighting fit to do a better job. Hi from Egypt. If I may ask, how do you get students to be interactive in online classes if the cameras turn off due to religious reasons? Just like I said, I prefer the camera being off. That's fine. But you're going to want to interact with them. They should know, because their video camera is off, you're still going to ask them questions. They can be lying on bed, they can be closing their eyes, or well, not closing their eyes. But so my video is the only one they see, but I'm constantly asking them questions. So if I share a worksheet, I'm going to be like, what is this? What did you do? You're going to want to ask them questions in between to keep them engaged. And I also, if I'm going to put them into breakout rooms where they can work with a partner to make a dialogue or to work on something, I'm going to check in on them. Make sure they know. So they should know that you're going to ask each one of them a question, and it can happen at any time. And they will also have to produce something too, right? So you're going to teach them something. They're going to have some time to practice it, but then they're going to want to produce something, whether it's a dialogue, whether it's some questions, whether it's a story, whether it's whatever they should produce to show that they've learned something. They're going to have to do that, because if nothing is expected of them at the end of the class, if they know, oh, this is just 30 minutes, I just have to sit here and, survive, say hello and say goodbye at the end, they're not going to be engaged. But if they know, oh, wow, the teacher's going to be, Ahmed's going to be asking me questions, or at the end of this class, I'm supposed to be giving a speech or talking about something or doing some kind of activity, I better pay attention. Then you're going to get a better quality of focus from the students. Nejla, hi. Shafiga, hi from Maldives. Is it Maldives? Maldives, hi. Daljit, good evening. Hi from Sudan. Lost of the beaten practice of class tasks. I have too many fingers on my hands, nearly 18. So many students in class then. Hi from Tunisia. Yuen. Okay, let's read. Hi, Eric. Really excited to exchange with you today. I've been telling you for a long time. I'd appreciate your input on motivating adult students. My students are often busy with hectic schedules, but they face pressure to improve their English for exams or work related goals. While they have clear objectives, they don't have much time or patience to enjoy learning the language. It feels rushed. With just 2 lessons a week, progress is not magic. So I'm looking for ways to help them. Yuen, hi. Very interesting. Okay. So, adult students, you need to find a way for them to be motivated. Number one, make it fun, make it interesting, make it relevant. So if you can find a way for them to improve their English in a fun way and also maybe a challenging way, do it. So if they have to, whatever you're teaching them, it should come from a place where it's useful to them, or where they can use it in their useful. Yeah, they can use it in their everyday lives, or it should be fun. Maybe play on their imagination or the things they are involved with. The great thing about adults is that they've got opinions and they want to share them. So if you're going to teach, let's say you're discussing a news topic, make it interesting, make it relevant, make it topical where it could be, and also, so you're saying that they're very busy with their lives. Maybe put the pressure on them to every week when they come in, they should share something from. Well, you see them twice a week, but they should share something from their lives. They should share something interesting they've learned. Maybe every week you can start off with a general question. Maybe what is something you learned this week? What is something that you laughed at this week? Or what is something that you wish you had when you were younger, but you have now, and now you suddenly don't care about it? I don't know, any question. So you can just ask ChatGPT to write down a list of questions and then get the students to engage in small groups to talk about it. That's the other thing is, what's nice about teaching adults is that, they're adults. You don't have to worry about them misbehaving. Now your focus should be, how can I motivate them? I have made a video about, well, actually, I've made a video about how to motivate students, but I think what's even better in this case is I've made 2 videos about how to teach adults. Adults. I made 2 videos. The one is, where are you? I've got how to teach adult learners, and then I've got 10 adult English activities. I'm going to share how to teach adult English learners with you, but I've got another video that you can check out. 10 adult English activities for adult learners. So I'll share this one with you. I think both of these, I made them a while ago, but I think they're quite good. So I'll share this one with you. See how it goes. Okay, this is about how to teach adults. Check that out, Yuan, and thank you for the long question. I appreciate it. Valeria, hello, all best wishes from Brazil. Thank you so much for your precious work. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm so thankful for all the kind messages. I just feel like there are so many videos I still haven't made, and and like I said, on a day like today when I'm mentally not that clear and I'm tired, seeing your messages, it revitalizes me and pushes me to do better. But I still feel like there are so many videos I still need to make that I'm missing out on, because obviously my goal with this channel is to cover things and to help people. And I hope I can do a little bit more in the future. And so beautiful, better than points different. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a reason for. Actually, I bought that when I went to. I was traveling in South Africa, and I bought some beautiful paintings, and then I bought that frame. But with this apartment, the walls are stone, and I've tried to hang things up, but just constantly keeps falling down if it's too heavy. So eventually I just put it down there and I put the light there, and it actually kind of works. But yeah, it's better than my previous apartment. But I miss living. So now I live, I need to commute to my university, and I don't like that. Also, I miss staying in my small town, within walking distance of the university. So in 10 months, is it 11 months, 10 months, how long have I been here? I'm going to move back and find a new apartment in my old town. I think that's very important to me. The table lamp, yeah, I enjoy that. Thank you so much, Saima. But Akshay, dear teachers, how can I teach the alphabet to adults? Yeah, I think yeah, you're just going to go through it how you would teach the kids too. But in this case, the yeah, just how you would teach the kids. Go through it. You're going to do phonics with them, where first they start memorizing and writing down the letters, and then with phonics. Actually, another course I'm working on that the one I'm going to do after this is how to teach phonics. So you're going to teach them the words and the corresponding sounds, and then you're going to start using minimal pairs where you put them together. You're going to give examples. So I think it's going to be similar, but it's going to be faster because you're working with adults. So you're going to want to teach them the sounds to go with it. But after this course, which might take a couple more weeks to finish up, maybe another, I don't want to rush, but at least another few weeks. Once this one is done, I'm going to shoot a few videos that I missed, and then I'm going to start with the how to teach phonics, because I think that's important. And then finally, I can finally start with that continuing the curriculum course that I want to make. Costa, it's the first month of teaching, and we already have it's become harder. I know. It's getting tougher. This video that I just shared with you says the same thing. There's a lady, a teacher there that said, basically, parents think and society thinks that teachers have become softer and weaker, but it's not necessarily true, because we've got so much more to deal with. The things we have to deal with students and parents now is nothing compared to teachers in the past. Technology is another thing. I think it's way harder for teachers now, and the things we have to deal with. So it's very difficult, but it's our duty, and if we can make it easy for ourselves, because I think all of us have this idea of what easy teaching or what an easy life we should be able to have, where you just go to class, everything is planned, the kids are well behaved, and everything's structured, and you deal with them and you smile, and there are some problems that come up, but it's easy to deal with, and you've got a nice work environment with colleagues, and you're reimbursed well, you're getting paid enough, and you finish with your work and you go home to be with your family, with your kids, your friends. You've got your hobbies. So we've got this idea of what an ideal life should be like, and it should be possible to reach that as teachers. But unfortunately, life happens, and many of us are in very difficult positions when it comes to our lives and our teaching. And one of my goals is to maybe share ideas and resources that could make it possible for us to move towards this place of where we are in control of our teaching, and we've got everything planned out, and we are able to be creative and do fun things with our students, building memories. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's a very good topic, Costa. I totally agree. Where are we? Oz, hi, thank you so much. Samir, hi from Azerbaijan. I'm very happy. I hope I can share some more. Lakshi, hi from Sri Lanka. Oh, that's good. I hope I can share some more. I've got some more ideas. Many, like while I was shooting this course on the different activities and fun things that you can do to teach, I got even more ideas, and I'm looking forward to sharing those with you. I can't just remember them suddenly, but while I was shooting these videos, and I write down these tips and ideas, I create scripts that I can read from, then I'm also learning, and I'm so happy to share it. How can we teach alpha? I think I said that before, but I'm going to make a video on how to teach phonics in the future. Chedley, how to be a good teacher. Actually, what is one of the videos I wanted to make? There's a really good video topic that's similar to that, how to be a good teacher. So, by the way, my channel hasn't been totally free from some bad things happening. I think it was my second year into the channel, and I had a topic idea for how to be 10 things that make you a good teacher. 10 things that good teachers do. And I made this video and it was okay. But then I thought I'll make the opposite and write 10 things that bad online teachers do. And then I shared some experiences that I had within my own university where I saw teachers not doing a great job at teaching online, and some of their mindsets and the way that they taught, I just thought wasn't really very good or beneficial to the students. And I kept it anonymous, but the videos started going viral. And there was a group with a lot of teachers from school, and some of them really came out and attacked me for some of the things I said. I didn't mention anyone. I just mentioned some things that I saw that bad teachers would do. And that was the first video that I had to delete. Did I delete it? I should have just privated it. But I saved it on my drive. So I've still got that video. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to bring that one out. I might do a revised one. But this is one of my oldest videos, is how to be a good teacher. 10 qualities of great ESL teachers. Okay. I'm looking at this thumbnail. Oh no, it's so cringe. I don't think it gets any views. It's one of my older videos that does it even get any views? No, it does. It gets a few views. It's got 45,000 views. Okay. For one of my older videos, that's not too bad actually. I should revisit that video and make it again. But check it out. It's 10 qualities of great ESL teachers. Neighbors are from Maputo or whereabouts. I've been to Beira as well as a kid. Thank you so much, Olfa. I'm happy to help. For your clarification, I saw this video times ago. Teaching adults to speaking could be complex because of the sound of the voice under the mother tongue pressure, even more. Very good. Manuel, by the way, I'm so grateful for these answers you put in. Guys, I just love that you guys are sharing your ideas and typing it in there, and I'm very grateful. Valeria, believe me, I'm 56 years old. I've seen a lot, and you're really one of a kind. Thank you. I'm so happy. Thank you, Valeria. Think, but Shirley would say SIG, right? Miriam, hi. Simon, actually, I also live in Sri Lanka. What level do you teach? Nice. Any ideas on working on speaking tests? Well, one of the questions I got asked a long time ago is, Eric, how do you prepare students specifically for tests? And I thought, okay, I need to make a series of videos on it. And it took me months to research and to write the script and to plan it out. And finally, I completed it, how to prepare students for all the different parts of a test, especially for speaking tests too. But these are advanced tips. So I apologize. I took for the five skills, it was general, and then the 4 skills, and then I put them all together specifically for speaking. Let me give you the one for speaking. I don't think here we go. I haven't. Yes, I've released 10 ESL speaking tips for ESL. Okay, got it. Okay, I'm going to share this with you. This is it's not out yet, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. It's preparing students for the speaking section of a test. But I did put out the complete big video, and then this is just the English part of it. Miriam, I need your advice. The beginner students with massive numbers in class. Talkative students with no motivation. Yeah, I think those are 3 different 3 things. It's a very large class. And then the students are noisy, very talkative, and they lack motivation. I shared a video about teaching big classes in the comments. You can definitely check it out. It's how to teach large classes. Yeah, just watch that video. It basically shares some tips and strategies on how to encourage the students to work well, to create structures, how to control them, and activities that you can use with these large groups, because you will definitely need to find a way to teach with so many students in a class without it becoming chaotic. Uh, Mona, hi from Egypt, but I found difficulty in between the meaning of words and sometimes confused in the choice of sentences. That is why we're learning. So the meaning of words, you're going to start learning new vocabulary. You're going to write it down, the meanings of it, and then with the choice of tenses. As you're going to teach these tenses, I shared a book that I found with all the grammar terms. When I first started teaching, I had this amazing grammar book that explained all the grammar and the tenses and everything. And I think uh, this is where you're going to have to go and get a book. I mean, you can find all these things online. You can find it online and you can look it up and you can learn it and you can find examples and you can practice, practice, practice. And then when you teach, you're also going to improve. But I would say get a grammar book, a simple one, and work through it, and then find some examples and start using it more. This is where you're going to have to improve. We all have to. I feel like for myself too. This is why I'm doing the grammar course, or not the grammar course, but the lessons based on grammar. One of the reasons I started this YouTube channel is for myself to become a better teacher, so I could learn and learn these things too. So we have to take a responsibility, and try and improve ourselves first. And you can do it, Mona. And the fact that you know what your issues are means that you know how to address them and that you can fix it. If you didn't know, if you just said, Eric, I'm struggling with English, it's not much I could do. But you're like, oh, the difference between words. Okay, so you're going to have to learn vocabulary. Oh, I'm struggling with when to use what tenses. Well, now you're going to have to find examples and learn when to use it. It's definitely something I want to do in the future. Oh, an hour almost finished, and I survived thanks to all of your motivation. Achedi, how to motivate students to write. Well, I did a video on like 10 writing activities. Writing is becoming more difficult. Actually, the video I just made about how to teach students to write online. Wow, so many. I'm trying to go through. I was just shooting this video yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I was shooting it. About teaching writing. Yeah, just making it fun. I made a video on some activities you can do with the students. They also have to find the value, so you can use real world examples. It should also be a daily skill. I feel like writing is being lost, especially with ChatGPT, doing everything for us. So we should make the students understand that this is a skill that you should start using daily. I am so happy that we are so fortunate to grow up in a time when I didn't have internet or a phone or anything when I was growing up until high school. I had a computer, but I mean, everything, I didn't have any distractions. We had to write out all our essays. Oh. No, great timing for it to happen. Okay, there we go. It's this light of mine. It's this light of mine. It doesn't want to work well. Yeah, guys. So I think we're very lucky to have grown up when we had to write out everything, right, in books. And now, thankfully, I can, if I have to write, I can write. I don't need ChatGPT. But our students, we're going to have to instill in them this value of being able to write, because trust me, I think that's one of the first skills that they're going to lose. We're always going to have to communicate and speak, but I think just the writing part, I think that's the first one. So if you can motivate your students to improve, that's a skill that other students won't have. And you've got to make it practical for them. You've got to make it interesting. I've got lots of activities that they can try. And in this new course, I'm sharing how to teach. It's okay. We can look like this. Just stay on or stay off. Pick one or the other. Okay. Guys, by the way, I think Let's do the last one before I say goodbye. Oh, wait, what was this one? HJ, English teacher, it's fun, but never easy to teach because there are so many different types of students. How they learn, um, uh, how fast they learn are all different. How do you deal? Guys, it's a good question. I think we're lucky that so many students are different that it keeps it interesting. If they were all the same, it would have just been, well, one size fits all. But now that they are different, we're going to have to be more creative in how we help them to improve. Yeah, I think let's look at that question next week, HJ. I'm just so happy you guys were here to push me through. Daniel, let's see. Okay, thank you so much, HJ. Yeah. So when it comes to different students, we're going to have to differentiate either the content or the way that we teach, or the activities that they have to, the content that they have to make. So I think I did a video on differentiation where we can help students reach their potential. And every student is different. Let me just share the video about differentiation. I'm so happy I made these videos because my brain's not working. And so I can always just go to differentiation in the classroom. Here we go. Here are some tips on how to do that. So because my brain's not working, I can just share these videos. Okay, I'll put this in there, differentiation in the classroom, how we can help different students. Everyone, I want to say thank you very much in this darkened room for joining me. I will be here next week again. I'm going to be full of energy. I'm going to be clear-headed and smart and not stumble over my words and look so old and tired. But I'm very grateful to have you all as a community. And I wish you all a lovely week. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.